What is up, everyone? Welcome to another October daily video where I'm doing 31 days of Halloween drawings. Today I'm going to be drawing the Pumpkin King. This one's going to be a lot of fun, so stick around because we are starting right now. Alright, let's get started on drawing the Pumpkin King. And like all the other drawings I have done so far this month, if this isn't the first one that you're watching, I have pre-done the sketches to save a little bit of time because I'm trying to do these videos in a little bit more live manner. So I tried to do some stuff to kind of keep the timeline a little shorter than like 50 minutes or something for a video. So I got rid of I did the sketching pre-recording. So yeah, there we go. I am using the 3rd gen iPad Pro with the 1st gen Apple Pencil. It's a little bit older style, but I still love my iPad. I use it for pretty much all of my professional work that I do digitally when it comes to illustrations. Oops. Okay, let's restart that. Okay. Boop. Boop. Doo-doo. I don't need to follow my lines exactly, since that is just a sketch layer. But the sketch is pretty refined since I did it originally on paper first, then brought it over to here, and then refined that sketch layer quite a bit, so that I wouldn't have to think too much and try to talk and explain what I'm doing all at the same time. Any of those sketches, if you want to see those, they are actually available for all my patron followers. So if that's something that interests you, seeing all those sketches, you get those as downloads as one of my followers over there, as well as the pens that I'm using here. If you don't want to join on Patreon though, you can buy the brush sets on Gumroad. I will have a link for all of that kind of stuff in the description down below. So let's get this line work finished up here. But no, if you do go over to my Patreon, I really do appreciate everything that you guys do over at Patreon. All the love and support that I've had from some people over there for the last year or so. It's been absolutely amazing, and I appreciate it so much. I really do. It helps me get closer and closer to achieving my dream of being able to do this for you guys for a living every day. I might not do a drawing every single day like these daily videos this October, but if this was my full-time job, I could definitely get out a lot more videos every month to you guys, and I would love that. And I'm sure a lot of you guys would love that. But go on, follow me if you want over there. If not, subscribe over here. I truly appreciate that as well. And, you know, subscribe, you can share, you know, the whole spiel on YouTube. So I do appreciate it, though, if you do subscribe. If not, thank you for at least stopping by and watching this video. I do appreciate it. And finishing. Oops, no, I want that one behind. Alright, so I actually kind of went over where I had the hands in the sketch, because I'm actually going to make that a separate layer. And I'm going to just do this separately, because then I can just go in and delete, or well, erase any of the overlapping areas. So there's a big motion right there. I'm kind of the idea on this one is the Pumpkin King is, you know, his head's on fire. Like you always see the Pumpkin King's like all epic and his head's on fire and all this kind of stuff. But in this version, he is not enjoying having his head on fire and he's freaking out. Alright, back to the other layer, do the other hand. I'm just doing these little spindly fingers. That'll be kind of fun instead of just doing regular fingers. I'm just doing the body very simplistic on this guy. So I want the focus to be more on the head being on fire and not everything else. So just wanted to go really simplistic with this design. So now I can go back into this, grab my eraser, and get rid of any of these overlapping lines. And make it as clean as possible. That's the one nice thing about doing digital stuff like this, is that you can do that kind of stuff with extra layers and whatnot. Alright, so now the fire, I'm actually going to do the outline of the fire is going to be in this red. If I don't like it, I can always, actually this is going to be its own layer, so we'll combine those. I try not to overthink my fire. I just make all these different swoops and turns, and you know, it's supposed to feel like it's alive. So if you overthink it, a lot of times it looks overthought. So I just make all these lines and make sure it's basically just covering the area that I want it to cover. And I think we are ready to start dropping colors in. So we're going to go to the actual line work, which has the pumpkin and the body. The fire is on its own. And we're going to make another layer. Get an orangish color here. And we're just going to drop the color in there. And then he's going to be just a solid gray. There we go. And if you haven't seen the actual just pumpkin one that I did, that was the first video of this month, so go check that out. Actually, I think I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other one. So yellow is going to be on the inside, kind of like a glow. Go back to this orange. Give this a slightly lighter color. Retouch color there. Boop, 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 and boop. And then turn that off. That orange there that I missed. And let's go get a brown. Oops. Let's go into reference up here. We're going to turn this one now, or no, the fire, do its own reference. We're going to make a layer underneath that. And fill that in. Okay, I'm liking the look of this so far. Black, we gotta add. Okay, so we're gonna go to filler brush, and we are just going to, let's clipping mask so it stays within the lines of where I want it to be. I don't want to be completely reckless, but I'm just kind of getting basic idea of where I want all these shadows to be. Okay, so let's bring the shadow down. That looks like a good shadow. Standard liner. And let's start refining some of these shadows. Let's take this, put that to standard as well. This is one of those points where the drawing really just starts coming to life when you start adding and subtracting some of these shadows and really pulling it all together as a single piece. I don't know if that even made sense as a sentence, but I'm sticking to it. Now, I really do hope that you guys are enjoying these drawings this month. Like I said, I'm trying to do my best to kind of communicate what I'm doing. I know a lot of times I make these videos and they're just sped up so much that, you know, some people don't know what I'm doing, and I want to get better at trying to communicate that. So that's kind of part of the reason I'm doing these live right now, or at least live-ish, with as little editing down and fast forwarding as I can. Just because, I don't know, I know sometimes I like just watching something be created from nothing to a finished product with like zero talking, but I know not everyone is like that, and they kind of like to be, you know, they like to have things described, whether it's a tutorial or not. I know some people really do appreciate when they're kind of being told what's going on, and I am trying to get better at that. A lot of times what ends up happening is I feel stress of a kind of like a deadline trying to get this stuff out to you guys, and I end up fast forwarding through too much of the stuff and not explaining what I'm doing, and I'm trying to not do that. I know I'm kind of repeating myself right now, but yeah. No. Also, if you guys noticed, I was wearing my Happy Halloweeny shirt that I designed a couple weeks back in September of my wiener dog Leia. If that's something you guys want to buy for yourself, I do have a link for that in the description. I think it is an adorable shirt, and it is great for the Halloween season. I've had some compliments on it myself, so if you want to walk around with a wiener dog on your shirt that says Happy Halloweeny, go check that out. It was a lot of fun to make that piece, so. And I would just love to see all of you guys. If you guys do get it, you can always take a picture of it and tag me on Twitter or on Instagram. I would love to see you guys with the shirts. Alright, get rid of some of this shadow, get a little rim light, really bring the piece together that way. Kind of gives it a sense of depth. By the way, when you have these studio lights on all day working on stuff like this, it gets so hot in this room. I got the AC running, but it is not keeping up with these studio lights. Just saying. I'm one sweaty Betty. This is probably going to be one of the more simplistic pieces that I've made, but I like it. It's simplistic, but it's cute, and I like it. Alright, let's get some highlights in here. I'm gonna do clipping mask again, white, and let's add, let's go to the streamline fine liner. Now if you get these brushes and you like the look of these brushes, and you want to change it from being like smooth streamlined to non-streamlined, you can actually go up, hit this little tab here, turn streamline on and off. I just keep them as a preset. One, essentially one as a fine liner that's streamlined, and then one that's just there for the, oops, I forgot, got my reference on. I'm actually gonna turn that off for now. Reference off, back to that, there we go. Save myself a little time. Okay, I kind of realized I was zoning out there, adding all those lines and stuff, so I'm going to go in now and do one of my favorite parts. Go to the standard liner. I think that's still set really thick, yeah. Oops. And go in and start adding these lines in. The reason I do a new layer is just like I did the hands over the other area, over the pumpkin, is I can just worry about the straightness of the lines and where they're going, and then just delete the excess after. It saves me some headache and time, because then I don't have to sit there and go whoop, 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 trying to make sure I get every line the way I want it to be. So this definitely speeds up the process, at least seems to be that way for me. It might not actually be speeding up anything since I have to go back in and erase it, but it's in my head at least that's faster, so I do it this way. Okay, almost done. Erasing all these. I can go in and just add some extra Linework stuff, and then we're pretty much gonna be done with this one. This one was a pretty simple one, so not surprised it didn't take too long compared to a couple of them that we've done so far. Yeah, look how nice that looks. Alright, so now we're just gonna go around, add some lines wherever I think they need to go. And then I've just got to do a little work with the fire, and then we are all set. And that fire shouldn't take too long. This is on fire. I'm kind of making these more haptic lines. Kind of like char marks almost. Okay, so now with the fire, all I'm gonna do is make another layer, and that's gonna be a clipping mask to the fire. We're gonna go up here and give it a red. Go to fill brush. All right, then we're gonna go to the adjustments layer, Gaussian blur, and do that. We're gonna make another layer. I go yellow. Gonna get this outside rim. This is how I like to do fire on here. Simple, cheap, easy solution to doing fire to give it just enough life. And you don't have to be super precise, which is nice. And then Gaussian blur. And there we go. I think that fire looks pretty good. And then maybe what we can do is duplicate, and then we're gonna actually bring it over as well, over everything. Let's see what I was gonna do. Multiply like that. There we go. And then one last thing. We're gonna go behind here. Do a little bit of a bright orange. Same thing, filler brush. And Gaussian blur. And one final layer behind everything. And we're gonna go to our airbrush. And we're just gonna kind of give atmospheric background. Bring that down. But that is it, everyone. Our finished Pumpkin King. It's completed for one of our videos of the 31 days of Halloween October videos. If you aren't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the other videos this month. I'm doing daily videos drawing spooky October based drawings. So make sure you do that. But like always, keep drawing, and until next time, bye.